King of the Road Productions proudly presents a John and Johnny episode of the Jim King of the TV show on Fox 4 and the CW, Southeast Texas style. During the half hour, we'll check out country legends John Conlee and Johnny Lee live in Beaumont, Texas. Johnny Lee, great to see you again.
Good to see you again, man.
It's been a couple of years, and I think the last time might have been right here at Whiskey River.
It was, and I have some very fond memories. I may have some jewelry on layaway in Beaumont somewhere. I don't know.
It's a very memorable night. We'll feature the Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback. We'll also wear the Southeast Texas debut of Tim Duggar's new video as our Pine Tree Lodge music clip of the week from Nashville. We'll check out the Soggy Bottom Saloon events calendar. And Frank Martin Gilligan will be in the Royal Spotlight. Sponsored by Bradley's Collision Center in Port Neches. King of the Road. Howdy and welcome to the Jim King of the TV show on Fox 4 and the CW. I'm Jim King of the Road. In this episode, we're dipping into King of the Road Productions' Royal Archives and airing our exclusives with country legends John Conlee and Johnny Lee at the old Whiskey River in Beaumont, Texas. Conlee and Lee are still touring and keeping traditional country music alive in venues all over the country. In fact, this weekend, John Conlee is performing at the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville. That deserves a big old tip of the crown boy hat. Of course, they are both mainstays on King's Country Internet Radio. In less than 100 years, radio has come a long, long way. We've gone from this to this. Alexa, play King's Country on TuneIn.
King's Country from TuneIn.
And this. Now you can stream us everywhere. King's Country streams the most magnificent country music mix on the planet 24/7. Stream King's Country Internet Radio on your PC, smart speaker, mobile device, or in your vehicle with your Bluetooth connection. King's Country is streaming worldwide and crystal clear on TuneIn, iTunes, Live 365, and at kingscountry.net. And stream the multi-award-winning and nationally recognized Jim King of the Radio show middays, Monday through Friday on King's Country at kingscountry.net. It does rule. Now ride shotgun with me to Beaumont, Texas. We always cruise Cadillac style, as seen and heard on Southeast Texas TV and radio.
Extra large and turbocharged. It's the King of the Road show.
Oh, hi, to the time.
One man has the power to take you behind the scenes. Jim King of the Road.
Jim King of the Road. Cruising in my station wagon, trying to keep the muffler from dragging. Sometimes it all seems so defeating as I'm hustling to make it to the Cub Scout meeting. Ooh, I dream about Mexico, where all the pretty people go. But we're on a budget that just won't buy. Not much money, but a whole lot of love. Living that domestic life, happy children and a pretty wife. Our Cocker Spaniels always having puppies. How could anybody be so lucky? See me mowing my domestic yard. Lord, I owe my soul to MasterCard, but it seems to suit me to a T. That domestic life's all right with me.
John Conlee, great to see you again.
Thank you. Good to see you.
It's kind of like deja vu all over again, because the last time I spoke with you was that same show that Johnny Lee was at. It was at the Cattle Barons Ball in 2009 here in Beaumont.
Right. That's a while back. Johnny and I work together a couple times a year. Our paths cross and we get together and on the same show, and it's always a blast, always fun.
I was doing a little homework today. I did my bio check, and I was reading up on you guys. You were born almost exact same time, about a month apart.
Yeah, I was born in August of 1946.
No plans to retire yet?
Oh, no, I don't know how to spell retire.
Yeah.
My role models in the age department are my particularly one grandfather who lived to be 94 was still driving a bulldozer at 92, and he only learned to operate it when he got in his 50s sometime. So that's the way I'm conducting things. I hope to be able to go as that strong, that long.
So you might be having #1 hits when you're 80 or 90.
That'd be all right, sure.
Yeah.
Well, Moses and Aaron were in their 80s when they were dealing with Pharaoh, so it's, age is just a number.
How many people over 30 in the crowd? Anybody over 30? Yeah, I don't know. Several of you, good. I don't know where Gus is, but he should be raising both of his hands if he's here. All right, how many under 30? Anybody under 30? Yeah! Let me see, sir. I'm not so sure about you, but maybe you're under 30. You all were at one. I was too at one point in time. All right, if you're under 30, we're glad you're here too, but just remember this one detail. Your time is coming. That's just what I want you to remember. Here's a song about being on the backside. Making money at 30 with a wife and a son. Then a short 5 years later, it all comes undone. She's gone back to mama with the boy by her side. Now I'm wine drunk and running with them on my mind. I'm on the backside of 30 and back on my own. An empty apartment don't feel like a home. On the backside of 30, the short side of time, back on the bottom with nowhere to climb.
Another thing you and Johnny Lee have in common is you both grew up on farms. You were on a tobacco farm, and he was on a dairy farm.
Yeah. Over the years growing up, of course, tobacco was always the main cash crop in Kentucky in those years. No longer is that true, but we did, like all other general farm operations, we did everything. We had, at one time, we had chickens, sold eggs door to door. We had sheep at one time, hogs most of the time, cattle all the time, and we still do that. Cutting hay and filling silos and combining wheat and baling hay, all those things,
So you grew up doing that. You're a hard-working man. You have a good work ethic in you.
All of my summers as a teenager were spent in the field, doing whatever.
I know you still live on a big farm. Do you get out there and do sweat in the sun and do labor and everything?
When I'm home, I'm in work clothes most of the time, either on the farm, in the garden, and I do most of the maintenance on my bus. I do almost all of my own. I do all my own oil changing, greasing, and most of the fixing on it. So.
Hey, everybody, tell everybody that old JC's in town. Got $1.25, just raring to clown. But don't let nobody play me cheap. I got 50 cents or more than I'm gonna keep. Good times roll. Let the good times roll.
Still to come, we'll air the Southeast Texas debut of Tim Duggar's new video as our Pine Tree Lodge music clip of the week from Nashville. We'll also feature the Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback. And Frank Martin Gilligan will be in the Royal Spotlight. Sponsored by Bradley's Collision Center in Port Neches. We'll check out the Soggy Bottom Saloon events calendar. But next, we'll check out country legend Johnny Lee, live in Beaumont, Texas.
You're cruising in the King's Caddy.
King of the road. Bradley's Collision Center in Port Neches, Texas is celebrating 60 years in business. Where have you been? Bradley's Collision Center is an award-winning shop serving all of Southeast Texas since 1962. And it has been family-owned and operated by the Bradley family of Port Neches since the very beginning. Each and every one of their customers are treated like friends and family while receiving expert service. Bradley's Collision Center, 2639 Knoll Street in Port Neches, Texas. Call them at 722-9391.
Hi, Hi, Holy Bible Faith Center School of Theology. I'm Chancellor Dr. Durso. My pastor, Dr. Ben Andrews. We teach Jesus our Savior. Stand on the gospel word. How to live and not die and declare the works of the Lord. How to defeat the enemy, Satan, and more. Earn your degree. Allow your resume to be selected because you complete your goals. Application at hbfcschooloftheology.org. Class starts August 27th. For more information, call 409-466-1744.
Cruise to Larry's Old Time Trade Days in Winnie, the first weekend after the first Monday of every month. Larry's Old Time Trade Days, where you can find it here. Here comes this week's Soggy Bottom Saloon events calendar. On Friday, August 5th, Kevin Barton and the Honky Tonk Therapists will be on stage. The Larry Tillery Band returns on Saturday, August 6th. Tyler Dozier and Noah Jackson will be at Soggy Bottom on Friday, August 12th, and the Crossroads Band is scheduled for Saturday, August 13th. On Fridays and Saturdays, DJ Fire is at Soggy Bottom for karaoke. The poker tournament happens every Tuesday starting at 7 p.m., and the pool tournament is now on Wednesday nights. Soggy Bottom Saloon serves the coldest beer in Beaumont with $15 buckets all night on Thursdays. Soggy Bottom Saloon, 11325 Old Voth Road in Beaumont, Texas. This has been the Soggy Bottom Saloon events calendar.
It's nice to be here with John Connolly tonight, huh? I catch myself listening to him a lot. We do a few shows together. He's got some great songs, and it's always good to be with John. It's great to be with y'all tonight. Picking up strangers, let me tell you about the danger. You never know what they're out to get from you. Never know what they're gonna try to do. Picking up strangers, let me tell you about the danger. Some are just common thieves, they say. Next thing you know, one will steal your heart away. Sometimes this old life seems like a highway, just keeps a rolling on and on. And on that highway, meet a lot of strangers, pass a lot of dangers on your way home. Picking up strangers, let me tell you about the danger. If you don't like taking chances, better keep moving on, my friend. Picking up strangers, let me tell you about the danger. Some are just common thieves, they said. Next thing you know, one will steal your heart away.
Johnny Lee, great to see you again.
Good to see you again, man.
It's been a couple of years, and I think the last time might have been right here at Whiskey River.
It was, and I have some very fond memories. I may have some jewelry on layaway in Beaumont somewhere. I don't know.
It's a very memorable night, and I know you do have a lot of fun at your shows, and you still got the pipes. You and John Connolly both. I mean, you guys sound like no different or even maybe better than you did in the 80s.
It's a little bit easier now than it was in the 80s. You know, I was pretty hard to keep up with back then. I like to party a lot, you know.
Yeah.
A little bit of party goes a long way with me now, but John's got some great songs. He's always had some great songs. I love listening to him sing, you know. And thank you for the compliment.
You bet, man. I was brushing up on my John Connolly and Johnny Lee facts today, and I was amazed to find out that you guys were born a month apart. You know that?
I didn't realize that.
And not only that, but you
He
both...
older than me?
I think so, by 1 month.
I thought so. Yeah,
Less-
I thought he
less
looked a
than a
little
month.
older than me.
You were born in July.
Yeah,
He was born in August.
yeah.
Yeah, I won't say what year.
That's okay. And I was born in 1946, man.
I know.
I never thought I'd live to be past 20. So it's all good with me.
Born and raised on a dairy farm.
I was born in Texas City, And the only reason I was born there because my mother had a choice of crossing her legs and holding out or going to a veterinarian when it was time for me to come. So thank goodness they took her to a hospital. Summer just comes, they used to say. Next thing you know, one will steal your heart away. Up strangers.
King of the Road.
Here comes this week's Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback.
Scotty Lee, everybody. You spent 10 years with Mickey Gilley.
Who?
You don't remember?
No, I still talk to Gilly all the time. Talked to him yesterday. He was in Nashville doing a Time Life Warner thing, something that he's doing. And then he was going to Faraday, Louisiana to do a homecoming thing. I thought that was pretty cool. I was in Georgia. I met this chick down there, and she took me to an antique show, and I was walking around, looking at stuff and everything. And this little lady come up, she said, "Have you ever been to an antique show before?" I said, "Yes, ma'am. I've seen Mickey Gilley 3 times."
I ain't got my name in the marquee lights.
King of the Road.
That was this week's Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback. Since 2008, Honky Tonk Texas in Silsbee has been serving up non-stop fun for Southeast Texas with live music and delicious adult beverages. Oh, and be ready to dance your butt off to the best in local, regional, and national touring bands. Of course, date night is every Thursday, and don't forget about the Honky Tonk Grill. Visit them online at facebook.com/honkytonktx and at honkytonktexas.us. Honky Tonk Texas in Silsbee has been serving it all up since 2008. Where have you been?
We are World Gym. Let's rock.
Pine Tree Lodge in LaBelle has overcome a lot in the past few years with hurricanes, floods, a demolition, and the pandemic. But the Miller family has come back better than ever. Pine Tree Lodge, where the road ends and the fun begins, in the scenic setting of Taylor's Bayou. Dance to live music Thursday through Sunday, and stop in soon for fantastic atmosphere, friendly folks, and delicious food and drinks. Pine Tree Lodge in LaBelle, Texas.
King of the Road. Howdy, and thanks again for watching the Jim King of the TV show on Fox 4 and the CW. I'm Jim King of the Road. Still to come, Frank Martin Gilligan will be in the Royal Spotlight, brought to you by Bradley's Collision Center in Port Neches, Texas. But now it's time for the Southeast Texas debut of Tim Duggar's new video as our Pine Tree Lodge music clip of the week from Nashville. Of course, the legendary Pine Tree Lodge has long been a favorite Southeast Texas destination for scenery, live music, dining, dancing, and drinking. Their magnificent menu includes scrumptious dishes like the whole catfish, chicken fried steaks, or the seafood platter. And Pine Tree Lodge is now offering a brunch menu from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sundays. It all happens in the scenic setting of Taylor's Bayou in LaBelle, Texas. Stop in Pine Tree Lodge soon and tell Mike, Sandy, and Norma Miller that Jim King of the TV and radio sent you. Tim's back with another track that shines a light on his Alabama small-town upbringing and stays true to his traditionalist approach. The descriptive song, which he wrote with Brandon Hood and Tim Nichols, depicts small-town USA down to its one stoplight and lone church steeple. Duggar even pays tribute to Joe Diffie with a nod to John Deere Green. Here comes His Highness and Curb recording artist Tim Duggar with Heart of a Small Town as our Pine Tree Lodge music clip of the week from Nashville.
See more trucks and cars, catch lightning bugs and a buzz in a mason jar. A good handshake will seal that deal. Hard work won't kill you, butter daddy will. 4 lanes go around it, I'd be lost without it. I thank God there's still one light, one church, one bank, one bar, one old brick courthouse sitting in the heart of a small town. A lot of red, white, and blue, a lot of John Deere Green, little bit of Billy Bob, love Charlene turned up loud. USA. Well, that fake ID won't get you too far, 'cause the whole damn town knows who you are. Red dirt passed down 3 generations, name on a prayer list, souls need saving. It's where I'm from and I wouldn't trade it. One light, one church, one bank, one bar, one old brick courthouse sitting in the heart of a small town. A lot of red, white, and blue, a lot of John Deere green, little bit of Billy Bob Love, Charlene turned up loud. That's the heart of a small town, USA.
So let's get back to more music.
The legendary Pine Tree Lodge in LaBelle, Texas has been owned and operated by the Miller family since 1984. And in 1990, Southeast Texan and country music superstar Mark Chestnut filmed his debut music video there.
Well, it sure feels good to come in here and just pull up a seat.
A generation later, his son Casey Chestnut.
Frosted mug of a cool one helps to beat.
My son Casey Chestnut.
Since 1984, the Millers have kept it going with fabulous music, food, dancing, and scenery. Stopping there soon. Coming up next, Frank Martin Gilligan will be in the Royal Spotlight. Sponsored by Bradley's Collision Center in Port Neches.
King of the road.
5 Star Feeds, located at 580 Highway 365 in Port Arthur, Texas, has it all, and they are locally owned by Tina Bean. 5 Star has all the feed you could possibly need, as well as planting and garden supplies, horse saddles and tack, and a kennel with dog grooming and boarding. 5 Star Feeds in Port Arthur, Texas.
Hi, Holy Bible Faith Center School of Theology. I'm Chancellor Dr. Durso. My pastor, Dr. Ben Andrews. We teach Jesus our Savior. Stand on the gospel word. How to live and not die and declare the works of the Lord. How to defeat the enemy, Satan, and more. Earn your degree. Allow your resume to be selected because you complete your goals. Application at hbfcschooloftheology.org. Class starts August 27th. For more information, call 409-466-1744.
We are World Gym. Let's rock.
Till I ain't got nothing left. Raise a glass to second chances, so much better than the first. Don't remember all the dances, the ones I do are well rehearsed. I never thought I'd have another way to make the fire burn. Never thought that I'd discover a way to take another turn. And I'm gonna love deeper, even when my heart is breaking. I'm gonna speak truth, even when my voice is shaking. I'm gonna give it all with all that I've been blessed. I'm gonna do it right till I ain't got nothing left. Yeah. Feels like it's the seventh inning. The game is more than halfway gone, but for me it's just beginning. Been sitting on the bench too long. I might be an overreacher, setting sights a bit too far. I'll be swinging for the bleachers, that's where all my buddies are. And I'm gonna love deeper, even when my heart is breaking. I'm gonna speak truth, even when my voice is shaking. I'm gonna give it all with all that I've been blessed. I'm gonna do it right till I ain't got nothing left.
Bradley's Collision Center in Port Neches, Texas is celebrating 60 years in business. Where have you been? Bradley's Collision Center is an award-winning shop serving all of Southeast Texas since 1962. And it has been family-owned and operated by the Bradley family of Port Neches since the very beginning. Each and every one of their customers are treated like friends and family while receiving expert service. Bradley's Collision Center, 2639 Knoll Street in Port Neches, Texas. Call them at 722-9391. Texas Hot Country Magazine is one of the oldest magazines in the Houston area and affiliated with 2 Houston radio stations, the new 93Q and Country Legends. We target the very lucrative family-oriented country music and Texas music market. Grab the latest issue at TexasHotCountryMagazine.com and check out Jim King of the Road's new column. For Texas Hot Country Magazine advertising rates and information, please contact Leon Beck at 281-702-2242. Cruise to Larry's Old Time Trade Days in Winnie, the first weekend after the first Monday of every month. Larry's Old Time Trade Days, where you can find it here.